Despicable. EU lead Vox Populi by the nose and Forst's A16 word as good as his bond never surrender. Lord Forst used the interview to restate his long-standing position that triggering Article 16 of the protocol and effectively suspending it was a very real option and legitimate. Triggering Article 16 would not require a vote in Parliament under the terms of the treaty. Lord Forst has told the EU it should not interpret his reasonable tone in talks to imply any softening of the UK's position in a row over post-Brexit arrangements in Northern Ireland. But he refused to put a timescale on whether negotiations with Brussels could be successfully concluded by Christmas, saying it was somewhere between 0 and 100. The Brexit minister also insisted he would not recommend any agreement that he did not believe safeguarded stability in the region. He said triggering Article 16 of the Northern Ireland Protocol, which would suspend parts of the deal, is still very much on the table and its safeguards were legitimate. The EU has warned the move would have serious consequences for the region and its relationship with the UK. Lord Forst told the House of Lords yesterday that both sides wanted to resolve the dispute after supply issues led to a renewed surge in tensions in Northern Ireland. He said, "Whatever messages to the contrary the EU think they have heard or read, our position has not changed. We would prefer to reach a negotiated agreement. That is the best way forward for the stability and the prosperity of Northern Ireland. That has always been our position. I suggest our friends in the EU don't interpret the reasonable tone I usually use in my discussions as implying any softening in the substantive position. The protocol has seen additional checks on goods arriving from Great Britain as the region effectively remains within the single market to avoid a hard border on the island. Unionists argue it damages ties between Northern Ireland and Great Britain by placing a frontier in the Irish Sea. Labour frontbencher Baroness Chapman of Darlington called on the minister to give his percentage assessment of success by Christmas. Lord Forst said, "Between 0 and 100 to be honest. I don't think it helps to put specific numbers on these sort of things." He insisted the UK would provide the necessary safeguards using Article 16, saying, "Those safeguards are very much on the table and are a legitimate provision in the protocol." Asked about Irish Foreign Affairs Minister Simon Coveney's assessment that a deal would be done on the protocol before Christmas, Lord Forst told the broadcaster, "I would like to progress this as fast as we possibly can. I'm glad there's ambition on the EU side. I think it can be done." Lord Forst says he has not given up on talks aimed at resolving a post-Brexit trade dispute with Brussels. Since it quit the EU, London has refused to implement some border checks on goods coming into Northern Ireland from the British mainland. The checks were agreed as part of Brexit and aim to stop a hard border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. The EU says tighter controls are necessary to protect its single market. It has relaxed its demands in recent weeks in a bid to find an agreement with London. But with no sign of a deal, the UK has threatened to trigger Article 16 of the Northern Ireland Protocol, the Brexit deal for Northern Ireland. They seem to be claiming that it will be entirely unreasonable for the British government uniquely to use these wholly legitimate safeguard provisions, Article 16. They're also suggesting that we can only take that action at the price of massive and disproportionate retaliation, Forst told the UK Parliament's upper chamber. "I gently suggest that our European friends should stay calm and keep things in proportion. If the talks do in the end fail, we will of course publish in full our assessment of the EU's proposals and set out why they fall short of a durable settlement, but we will not do that until we have exhausted all the negotiating possibilities. For now, I wish to preserve the integrity of the negotiations and remain positive," Forst said in a statement.